Hello everybody, I am Rainbow Red Panda and welcome to my comic review. Today I am reviewing Max Brooks's The Extinction Parade #1. It came out a couple weeks ago and I just read it this morning. I'm a little bit behind. And I really liked it. It's different than I thought. Like, everyone keeps describing it as a vampires versus zombies type of thing, and in reality it might turn into that eventually, but right now it's just vampires trying to figure out what's going on. It kind of is seen through the eyes of a vampire. She has like a sister whose name is Layla, and they have like a vampire visitor from Australia whose name is Anson, and it's kind of seen through their eyes. They see these zombies walking around, and they understand, they're not dead, that they don't see anything. They're very slow. They don't really understand how the humans are so stupid to be eaten by these zombies because of how slow they are, how easy it is to avoid them. There are a few little human colonies left in the world, and they have their sights set on one. By the time they go to investigate it, it has been overtaken by zombies, and they're kind of confused. They don't really know what to do. They kind of face them head on, and the zombies just completely ignore them. They can't sense that they are there because they don't have the characteristics of humans, because they are vampires. The questions that I have about this, the vampires describe the zombies as they're human-like. I mean, they are warm. If you look at the pictures, they have blood and things. Like, if the humans are if the zombies are so, like, human-like, the vampire's food is going away. Like, the human race is pretty much gone. So that's going to affect both the zombies and the vampires. They're going to be competing for a food source. But if the zombies are as human-like as it almost makes it seem in this, eventually, maybe the vampire will try to eat the zombie. I don't know. That's probably a very stupid thing for me to say, and I expect to get a bunch of comments saying why this isn't possible. And I know, like, I don't think it's possible, but just by the way that this is written and the way that they describe the zombie, I would think that, they would at least give it a try if they were desperate enough. So, I do like it. I like the concept. No one's ever really approached, if vampires and zombies lived in the same area, like what would happen eventually. They wouldn't have a food source, so then what would they go to? So that kind of addresses that. This is based, Max Brooks made a short story, same title, and that is what this is based off of. So if you've read the short story, then you kind of know what's going to happen. I haven't read it. I'm just waiting to see what happens with this. This was kind of like a big deal whenever it came out, so we'll see. It came out right before World War Z premiered, so that, of course, that had all of the hype that it had. I still haven't even seen that in theaters. I need to go. I'm lazy and I haven't. So if you've seen that movie, let me know how it is. I read the book. I loved it. I'm not so sure about the whole Brad Pitt thing, but, whatever. I don't know. I'm not a typical girl. He's not just like an automatic draw to a theater for me. He has to, like, earn that. So we'll see how that goes. But, I mean, I am interested to see that, and I was really excited to read this. And actually, my favorite part about this is it's put out by a company that I had not heard of. It's called Avatar. And then they have a list of all of their other comics. And they have some interesting looking comics that I haven't read. For example, they have Skin Trade, which looks kind of interesting. It looks like a horror type, definite type thing. Here's like a little poster of it. So, I don't know, that was like one of my little main catching parts of this, was to see all of the stuff that Avatar puts out that I was not aware of. So, I will definitely be looking into these titles. If you guys have heard of these titles or read these titles, let me know how they are. But I'm guessing not a lot of you maybe have. I know this will be one of those that I take to my comic book store, and he's like, what is this? I've never even heard of this, because he says that with a lot of things that I order. I was still surprised that he ordered this to begin with, but he did. Max Brooks is a big seller at the store, so obviously you're going to put out anything that he writes, and this is something that he's doing. This did come in a bunch of different covers. There's a leather edition, which I guess the comic book stores, even if they ordered it, they didn't necessarily get it. So if you have that, then you are very lucky, because they kind of held back from that. But I don't know. I think it's overall it's going to be a good story. It does have a kind of a slow beginning. It's just kind of explaining like what the characteristics of vampires are, like how they feel about things, how they kind of go in search of their food. and then what they think about the zombies, what the zombie characteristics are, and things like that. They kind of have like a head-to-head thing with a vampire and a zombie next to, like, in front of each other. The zombie completely ignores the vampire, can't even see it. The vampire is just like, what the heck, like, why can you not acknowledge me? Like, she even like runs into the zombie, and the zombie just has no idea what happened. So it is kind of an interesting thing. Like, if the zombies are this dumb and like not paying attention, it is kind of weird to think how humans were able to be like eradicated in the first place. But I mean, I'm sure it'll go on from that. But I don't know. That's just my opinion of the whole comic. I don't know. You guys probably have different ones. The whole zombie and vampire thing is a very controversial subject in the whole comic world right now. Everybody has an opinion of why they're doing it right, why they're doing it wrong. You have the whole zombie survival guide and why my zombie plan will fail, while why yours will fail. Like, all of that is a very big thing. Everyone's kind of talking about it. You have The Walking Dead out right now. You have all of this zombie stuff that's out. So it is a big thing. So I know that you guys are probably going to have opinions on this. A lot of you have probably read it. I just now read it. I'm behind. I will admit that. But I don't know. I did like it, and I am looking forward to see what they're doing with it. It is kind of a slow start to it, but it is a good start. I like the drawings. At first I thought it was going to be a little more morbidly drawn, because it just seemed to be like, this just seemed like it was going to carry on, but then it turns into like color, like brighter colors and things like that as it goes on. So we'll see how the artistic style goes on, but I like it overall. It's not exactly what I would have expected for this kind of comic, but I like it and I think it fits well. So let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section below if you've read it, and just anything else that you have about the whole zombie thing and the whole vampire thing. So that's all I have for this review. I hope that it made sense. It is a little strange to talk about, but I mean, it is just theory, pretty much. It's all my opinions, Disclaimer, I have opinions and you don't have to like them. If you don't, I understand. If you do, that's fine too. So that's all I really have for this review. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you do, be sure to rate it thumbs up. You can leave a comment. You can subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You can like me on Facebook, or you can follow me on Twitter. So that's all I have for you guys for this edition of my comic review. I will see you guys next time. Bye!